Happy Sunday, happy August. Who feels like August is going to be a game-changing month? Because personally, I do. I just feel it has a different energy, and if it doesn't, I'm demanding that it does. So that's what I'm going for here. Yes, I'm so pumped. Okay, let me check out some of y'all's goals before we get started on this. Okay, so we have Bria going Emerald. Heck yeah. Hope Ruby. Steph Diamond, absolutely. Y'all, Steph has been killing it. The last few months has been so consistent, more than ever in her business, and I'm freaking pumped about it. Alyssa Double, yes ma'am. Vanessa Diamond, Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, heck yeah. All right, I'm excited. Emerald Executive. Yes, signing 3 distributors, heck yeah. I really hope they extend the promo again, personally. So I'm really excited to read about your goals. Alyssa and I just talked a little bit and felt like we always do like a month kickoff the first Sunday of the month, but I really felt like we needed something a little bit more exciting, a little bit more fire for this month, because I just am hoping for a complete energy shift. It feels like things were already headed that way, so I just really think that August is going to be amazing. Alyssa, did you have anything that you want to start off saying before we get into it?
Hey guys, so one thing that I really recommend for this month is just to go in like 1,000%. Don't leave anything left on the table. The past couple months personally have been kind of like planning seasons for me. I took like a breather last month. Just like you get that feeling after you have a slower month, you start the fresh month and you're like ready to go. You just have a clear state of mind. And I just recommend everybody just to start fresh, start open-minded with the month, be ready to run. This is going to be huge and I'm super excited for it. Me and Julia have a lot that we're going to go over tonight. So just take notes and let your teams know that we're on to.
Sorry, I lost my mute button. Yes. Okay. I'm so excited about this month. One thing that changed for me is I was like, I got to go ahead. I got to get my chart out and get going and start with like the first goal that I have in mind. I think that what I've done over the last couple months is just get so excited and want to aim at like my number one goal that I feel like I'm missing where I'm supposed to be at, because I need to just start with what's next, like in a step-to-step order. So that's what I did today. I got everything ready. I took yesterday, I did like that was my first like real Sabbath of taking like a full 24 hours off. And I gotta say, it felt like a month off of social media, and B, I felt so recharged and so ready to like hop on my phone this morning. I woke up at 5 a.m. because I was like, I'm ready to go. So I'm super excited about that. The first thing that we wanted to talk about is a little bit about just how with everything going on in the world right now, how our energies can be so affected by that. And it obviously translates right into our business. And so we want to give some tips on how to kind of shift the energy, for example. So like when I first got on here, I said that regardless of what August looks like, I'm choosing that it's going to be an amazing game-changing month. And so what we noticed, Alyssa and I were talking about, is that we spend a lot of time on social media. So drop a 1 in the chat if you run your business completely on social media. Right now, pretty much everybody is, I'm thinking, but more so how you've always ran it. I've always been completely social media. So I am on my phone. I would love to look up and tell you how many hours a day, but I'd probably be embarrassed. But pretty much the entire time I'm awake, I'm always on my phone. So I'm always absorbing everybody's energies and all of the things going on in the world. I'm also an empath, so that takes a huge toll. And so what we decided to do is we came up with a few steps that have really helped us over the last couple weeks. And the first thing that I'm going to recommend you guys do is get an accountability partner, preferably not someone on your upline or downline, but more of like a sideline. I feel like that always works best, because your relationship with them and what they're doing doesn't affect your business, right? So if they're falling off the wagon, it doesn't crush your business, so you don't have any tension there. And I feel like that's always worked best for having accountability partners that are sidelines. However, it's usually me, Alyssa, Juliana, somebody like that. And what Alyssa and I have been doing is every single night, we're writing a to-do list for the next day and then kind of holding each other accountable. So sending it, and that includes like everything I have to do for my day. that is in my personal life as well, and holding each other accountable to that. So checking in, like, did you do your list today, or have you done this yet? And something as simple as that has just been huge. How many of you guys have somebody that you talk to every single day in regards to your business that motivates you, that you have a one-on-one conversation with? So not just like on the team page, but somebody that you talk to every single day. If you don't, shout it out and let's find you one, because I feel like that will be huge for everybody to have someone that really holds you accountable. Alyssa, do you want to speak on that at all?
So something that like has helped me with the checklist too is, especially if you have an iPhone, you can go into your notes and there's this little button right here. So you click on that and then you're going to be able to put in all your tasks for the day, and then you just click it once you're done. So you can do like your task list for your business, things you have to do like on your day-to-day basis. And I like using this because since you're on your phone anyways, you might as well just check your notes and see like what else you have to do for your business. So if you got like 4 hosted posts up, your goal is 10, like it will remind you. So you can just do like 2, 2, 2, 2 until you hit like your goal that you want to. And I feel like it's just nice actually having a list that you can physically check off every single day, just to kind of see like where your weaknesses are, what your strengths is, what you get done first. And that's just something that's helped me a ton, because I've noticed like there's certain things that I don't usually do that I should be doing every single day. And this is just a nice reminder, and it's super easy. And just like Julia said, like I text her almost every morning and I'm like, okay, I need to do this and that. And then we just do like daily check-ins to see like if we've actually done our things. And if not, then we try to do it before bed. So if you find somebody close on the team page, just pair up with them. You guys can become really close friends and you guys can run after the same goals. And that's so nice too, is because every promotion that I've had, I've always had Julia as my accountability partner. And it's just nice because we like run together and then we just, the months always bomb. So
Yes. So we kind of made a decision. We were like, we have to 100% get on it this month and get that going. So that was the first thing that I wanted to bring up, is just kind of choosing your attitude for this month, making a decision. And so one thing that I also do is, you guys know this, but I always journal in the morning, and I kind of start my day before I hop on my phone, doing my journaling, setting the tone for the day. And then one thing that is huge to me is I like to try to be the person on social media that I feel like I really need. And I would encourage you guys to do the same. So right now there's so much on there, so much heaviness and all kind of stuff going on. And so if you feel like in your life that you need some lighthearted content or some humor or whatever, be that for other people. And I feel like you're going to completely attract people that you've been looking for in your business. That's been huge for me, is that I am always just like cracking jokes and just being myself on social media. And I think that sometimes people just want a little break and just to see something lighthearted. So I feel like that's one thing that we really need to work on, is being that light for other people too. Okay, so let's talk. And this is, y'all know my Zooms just fly by because I just talk fast and we get right to the point. The other thing that I wanted to talk about really quick, and then Barb is going to talk with us too, is whys. So Alyssa and I were talking about this, and I was even talking to my mom about it yesterday, that throughout the different stages in my life, I've had different whys. So since I joined this business, I've probably had 56 different whys, because A, I'm indecisive, and B, my life has just changed a ton over the last 4.5 years. But one thing that I know for certain is that when I have a clear why, I work so much harder. So for me personally, just as things change, there's been little gaps in my business where I've kind of lost my vision. And I get to the point where I'm like, I'm not really sure what I'm working for. Like, I don't have a clear goal or some clear thing in mind. I don't have a clear why. And it really has made a difference in my business from the times that I do have a why and the times when I clearly don't. So I want you guys to drop let's just do a 2. Drop a 2 in the chat if you have an absolute clear why. And a 3 if you're not really sure on yours. You can't be a 2/3. You got to be a 2 or a 3. A very clear, a crystal clear why is a 2. A 3 is we're not there yet. So for me personally, I'm at a 3 right now. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I'm just in like a season of life that is a 3 for me. And it's because I'm pretty comfortable with where I'm at. And that's a bad place to be, in my opinion. I had a basketball coach that told me one time that you should be very uncomfortable being comfortable. And that's kind of how I feel right now, is that I need to dig into that. And so that was one thing that I want to spend the next couple days really working on, is waking up and spending like 10 to 15 minutes just thinking about that and really writing out that game plan. And so I thought one thing that I would love for us to do, I'm going to let Alyssa talk really quick too, is go through, and if you're somebody who has a crystal clear why that you feel like is going to inspire somebody else, I would love for you guys to share that, because when I did have a why that was crystal clear, I would work like a maniac, A, and B, I feel like it would inspire the people around me because they saw how clear my vision was and how I was working with a purpose. And that makes all the difference. So Alyssa, do you have anything to say about that?
So once you guys figure out like what your why is, I highly recommend just to post about it nonstop, because every time I post about my whys, when I get potentials into the business, I get people that are like-minded to me and people that just want to chase after like what they want to get, just like that's the reason I joined. There's been so many times where I've just been kind of like comfortable and I wasn't really sure what my why was, and then earlier today like it hit me like what my new why is, and now like I just feel a whole new level of energy. And that's sometimes like what you guys need. If you just feel like you're stuck or you just don't really know what's motivating you right now, just take some time and just like really think about everything going on in your life, like everything that you want to achieve, and just pour that into the business, because that's what's going to give it back to you.
Yes, ma'am. So having a clear why is a game changer. Barb, do you want to add anything about whys? I know that that's one of your main areas.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's like, it's so hard to be self-motivated. Like when you own your own business and you have to be your own boss and you have to set your schedule and you have to decide how much effort you put in, and you have to stop yourself from getting distracted by everything else in life, and you have to deal with the pressure that happens when you're ready to grow into someone new. That's just like you said, you have to be uncomfortable. If you're not growing. And so when you feel that pressure, it means that like big things are coming. And most of us tend to shy away from the pressure. It's like you want to pull back because if something doesn't feel comfortable, it kind of hurts, right? Like it's new. And so we tend to pull back from it. And instead, we really need to lean into it. Like, especially through this season, there's so much growth that's happening and life is changing in so many different ways. And we really have to choose to be uncomfortable and to go with that and to embrace what's going to be new and what's going to be different. Because it just, everything, we've always talked about how people go through transitions in life, right? Like every 6 months, people go through transitions. And this time of year, and with everything that we're going through, every single person in your life, it has gone through a transition. Like life period is a transition right now. And so, people are considering things they've never considered before. Like, anyone who's a mother or a parent, like, this year looks different. Are your kids going back to school? Like maybe I know there's been so many conversations I've been a part of. If you're a mom, drop me a 1. If you have had somebody talk to you about like, what's your plan for the school year? Are you going to send your kids back? Like, if you have had to sit and think about that, like, I hope that you've also sat and thought about the fact that, hey, I get to, if you choose to, you get to, we get to have the freedom of choice anyways, where there's a lot of people who are in a position where they don't have any option. They're trying to scramble and figure out what to do, right? But everybody's going through this. Like so many people I know who never thought they would be a homeschooling mom or a stay-at-home mom, period. Like women that love going to work and getting out of the house and like hey, life has changed. They're considering something they've never considered before. And so I think everyone's why in life is shifting. And so we have to be able, like, and that's just like Alyssa said, sharing about that all the time. It's so true. If you guys were on the summer camp, that is the biggest thing that is just on my heart today, as I'm like, I need to get better at telling my story. We all need to get better at telling our story, because wherever you're at right now in this season, I guarantee you this business has been a positive to you in one way or another, whether it's just helped you feel less isolated because you've had a group of people to connect with on Zoom, whether it's the fact that you could earn some income from home, whether it's the fact that the products and maybe Confianza is saving your life right now, like whatever it might be, we've got something amazing. And when you think that our company, guys, seriously, like let us sink in that our sales for 2020 are doubled any other year. Like that's crazy when you think about how many businesses have closed down and yet our business is thriving. And so we just have to remember anyways, that like when it comes to people finding their why right now, just remember that their why has shifted. People that said no to you in the past are not a no anymore, right? You need to revisit that and say, hey, just checking in. I don't know, life has changed for all of us. So I just wanted to see if maybe this would be something you'd consider now, if you're looking for a way to make some income from home now, right? So we're truly insanely blessed with what we have, and we have to not forget that. I think sometimes like we get in our Zoom with each other here and we're like, oh yeah, this is our life. Like this is our life. People don't know that this is a life they can have. And I'm so grateful for the support of the community, for the positivity, for the something to put effort into when life was falling apart. This is a constant, and I know I can help people and I can put my efforts into something positive in that way. So I think that getting clear on your why, and again, your why may have shifted. It was so funny. We did the personality assessment a couple of weeks ago, and it was like, your personality may have shifted. My personality has shifted, right? And I was like, man, like this business changes us. Life changes us. And right now, if we can figure out what our new why is, you're going to get so excited, especially if it's different than you thought it was. And you find what it is that ignites that passion in you that makes you want to get up and be consistent every day. Because there's nobody, as much as we can say, like, hopefully you're like, we're cheering you on and we're hoping you're working your business, but we're not like your alarm clock in the morning saying, are you going to get up and invest in yourself today? At the end of the day, the only person who puts you first is you. The only person who puts your family first is you. So we have to just like take control, because in this season, I really do believe that August is going to be such a massive month, and that we can have the biggest month of the year, the biggest month we've ever had in August. There are no seasons if you choose to work consistently. And that's it. Life may change in the summer. Hours may shift, your investment may shift, but this is truly the time when you can choose to rocket it to the top. I went diamond in April, and then I went double in August. And it was because I was brand new and I didn't know that things were slower in a certain season. No, I was like, we're just bringing on new people and getting excitement and fired up, and everybody's going after it, So I am super excited. I don't know if you all saw my post, but there is a new series that's starting this week on Tuesday for recruiting distributors. And we're really going to start with like mastering your mindset. So I'm speaking on an awesome panel on Tuesday morning to kick off the series. I hope you guys show up. It's at 11, and it's going to be at 11 every single day. Pam Souter is kind of leading it. We're having different top leaders talk about different topics that are really just going to help you be able to blow up your business and step into the leadership that is possible for you. So anyways, that's me rambling on. But yeah, figuring out your why and then like sharing that is huge.
No, that's awesome, because like so many things that you said just like sparked a little thought in my head. And I remember like honestly the last time I had a absolute crystal clear why was when I went triple. And like Alyssa said, posting about it every single day is when it came down to it and I needed the sales. Not only did I know exactly why I was working as hard as I was, but everybody that was on my social media knew. So of course, when people are invested in you in that way, they want to help you achieve your goal. They want to see it. And especially when they know exactly why you're doing what you're doing. I think that you having your why and sharing it with people changes you out of being like that girl on social media. I know you guys have seen those posts, and you having a crystal clear why and sharing it with people and motivating them in that way just takes you out of that category, and you become somebody that they feel is a friend. And after all, I feel like that's the main goal here, is that we want to make more friends. And motivate and encourage other people. So I want to hear a few of your whys. If you feel comfortable sharing with us and you feel like you have a crystal clear why and you're super motivated, step out of your comfort zone. Go ahead, unmute yourself and just go for it.
All right, guys. So I'm Steph. Not many know me, many do know me. So I've been in the biz for 2 years. And listen, guys, I've been through everything, up and downs, just like everyone else. And this year, I was like, I've had enough. So I've been jumping in. I believe right when kind of COVID started, I was like, I'm taking this opportunity that I am home. Where's my excuse? Where? Yes, we're going through things, and COVID didn't stop anything, guys, because business is booming. My why is because I have 3 kids that have to go into school soon, and I want to be able to do virtual learning and stay home with them, build my business, and go diamond so I can buy my house. I want to move out of New Jersey, and I want to go to Florida, and I want to buy a brand new house. I want to be able to go to Florida and say, you know what? Here's my down payment. I want this house. And that is my why. I don't want to go back to work. I want to be able to be here virtually with my kids, teaching them, because right now that's where we're heading to. So if I go back to work, who's going to teach 3 kids at school? No one. So what happens? They fail, right? So my why has changed from, I just want to make a few dollars. I just want to pay my bills. No, my why is now I want to go be done with working 9 to 6, horrible hours, unhappy, to being home with my babies, buying my own house, and going back to school because I want to be a psychologist to help other children. So I want to build my own dreams and have it works always there side by side. So guys, I'm a mom of 4. I've been doing this for 2 years. It doesn't mean some people magic happens and they're diamond triples in a day. Sometimes you just have to work harder because God put you into that certain situation to be able to teach people, hey, listen, I have everything coming down on me, but you know what? I made it to the top. And don't look at other people's success and be jealous or envious. Why don't I have it as quick as them? Because God is not giving it to you that way. He gives it to certain people to teach certain people different ways. You're going to reach out to other people your way, and you're going to make a difference your way. So I think that's really, really important. And when I finally put that in my head, I think this is why I'm starting to be able to boom, and we're going to make it happen. So that's my why.
Heck yeah. And do y'all hear that energy in her voice? Because the first time that we talked, I mean, she's always happy and bubbly, but this is not the energy that she had. And this is what I mean, guys. When you have a crystal clear why, you speak differently, you act differently, you work differently. It's like that everything that she just said, she said it with a purpose and she said it with her chest. And when you have a clear why, that's the energy that you give off, and people want to support that. People like are craving that kind of energy right now. Like, I don't know about you guys, but the energy that she just put off, like, I felt it, and we need more of that in the world. So I'm so excited. I know that Steph's going diamond. I feel it in my bones. Really close to completely charted. I believe we're maybe 4, 5, 6. No, we're 5 because I already moved 1. So Steph will be diamond ASAP. I can't wait to see it. She's been working so hard, and like I'm telling you guys, the last 4 months for her have been insane. Like, the motivation I've seen from her is awesome. So I'm super pumped about it. Anybody else want to share your why? Anybody else? Just unmute yourself and go for it. This is your chance. All right, I'm gonna pick somebody. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. I saw who put it too. Let's see. All right, let's see. Jessica, can you share your why? Jessica?
Yeah, so sorry, my husband's changing the baby right behind me, but my why is probably just mostly my kids. I've been a stay-at-home mom for the last 7 years. I wanted to go back to work, but I have no idea what I would have even done because I haven't worked in so long. So I just don't even know where I would go. So without this, I probably wouldn't be bringing any income in whatsoever. And my husband has been doing all the finances since we've been together, and I'm just wanting to help him bring something to the table because we have 3 little girls. now I'm homeschooling them, so I'm blessed to be able to stay at home with them so they don't have to go to daycare and be exposed to people and getting sick and all of that crap. So, sorry, this baby is distracting me. So yeah, it's just my kids, and I really want to help my husband because he pays all the bills. He always has. He's always taking care of everything, and I just want to bring something to the table.
Yes, I love. Look how cute. Hi.
Oh, she was mad she didn't get to say hi.
Oh, hi. I love it. Jess, you're awesome. Jess has been working so hard for a hot minute, and I know that her time is coming, and I'm super excited. She really does work so hard, especially having all the babies. So I love to see it. Okay, somebody else. Let's see. Anybody volunteering tribute? 'Cause I will call on y'all. Let's see. Let's get a couple more, and then Barb's going to go over some things, and then we'll get ready for the family call. Vanessa, do you want to share yours? Or we have a request for Allie. Vanessa or Allie? Okay. All right. Let me try again. I want to hear like two more. You guys pump me up telling your whys.
Okay, I'll share mine.
Okay.
Okay, so I've been in the business for a long time, but so at first I'm sitting in my own apartment right now. So at first it was like, get my apartment, get out of my parents' house, make sure my son, I have one son, who's like stable, make sure he's in one home, and that's what I did. So I'm here, there now, but now I'm thinking like bigger. We're on the 3rd floor, so there's no elevator. So even that, like, he needs a backyard, he needs more space, and I am not going anywhere. I will not go back to work. I did daycare, I did nannying, I brought my son to nannying with me. Like, I've done it all that I could possibly do to incorporate like having him with me and still being able to earn an income. And this is by far the best thing, without having to set a schedule, without having to set an alarm in the morning. He's my alarm. Like, more kids are coming and I'm not trying to, leave them. I want to be able, I've been home with him since I gave birth to him. I brought him to nannying and I still ran this business, but I want my more kids to have that as well. I don't want to have to go back to work and be like, oh, sorry, like my first one only got that experience. Like, I want to be a mom full time and be making money. And this is the best way to do it. So however long it takes me, I'm sticking around and I'm going to make it to the top.
Heck yeah. Amen. What Barb said is spot on. Like, Allie is 100% a no excuses kind of girl. Like, brought the baby to conference, the whole 9 yards. Like, she is all in, and I love it. And I'm super excited. I feel like I just really have good feelings about this month. And I think that this is going to be a month that like really changes things for a lot of people. And I'm super pumped about it. Okay, let's do one more. One more person. Somebody unmute and go for it. I know that somebody has it. You're thinking about it. Just go for it. Okay, Jade.
Okay, sorry, hold on. I was at dinner with my family. Give me just a second. I'm walk in the other room. Okay. So, my why has changed a ton since I started the business. I started with just a little extra cash, right? A lot of people do, but the reality is that mine has changed to become so strong that I literally, like, my heart is beating so fast, because like just even thinking about it, because I just know how much this business can do for me. So I am now a single mother of 4, from the ages of 8 to newborn, 4 months now. And I just want to be able to give them the life that I never had as a kid. I didn't grow up poor, but I didn't grow up having vacations, or in high school I had to get a job to pay for my own sports, and I don't want that for them. And I just want to be able to be a yes mom, and I want to be able to buy a house with a backyard, and I want to be able to not have to think twice about whether or not they get what they want versus what they need. I want to be able to do both. And I don't know any other business that can truly do that for me while still being able to enjoy them. I want to be able to enjoy them every single day while giving them the life that they deserve. And I I can't even fathom to like truly believe and explain how truly amazing this company is and how amazing it can be for all of you. And I am so and so grateful to be here. I'm sorry I kind of went off the topic, but I don't know. I'm just so grateful that my why can simply be being home with my babies and giving them a wonderful life without having to rely on anyone and not have to worry about anything anymore.
Yes, that's awesome. I'm so excited. You really work so hard too. And I think that what's really sticking out to me is those of you who did share are people that I notice working really hard. And so if that doesn't click with anything for you, let it be that when you have a clear why, you work harder, you work with purpose. It's the people that you notice showing up, the people that you see on the team page are the ones that were able to unmute themselves and tell their why. They have a clear purpose. They know exactly what they're here for. And so I think for me, one thing that I really want to work on this month is telling a little bit more of my story, because for me, it's become such my life that it doesn't really seem like anything out of the ordinary for me. But for a lot of people that are working 3 jobs like I was when I got started, maybe hearing my story is going to motivate them to make, take this leap into the business with us. And so I need to do a lot better about sharing that part of my story, and then really getting clear on my why, so that the next time we're on Zoom, I can tell you guys mine and be ready to roll with that. So that really motivated me, you guys. I love hearing y'all's whys, and I would love if after the Zoom, we're not done yet, but if after the Zoom, you guys would share your why. You can share it on your personal page and then share that post to the team page so we can show love there. Or if you're not comfortable doing it on your personal page yet, share it with the team and let us hype you up and help you fix it to post so that you're more comfortable. But I would love for you guys to do that, because I love reading them, and I think you writing it out and being clear about your vision is going to set the tone for your month. So I think that would be a good challenge for us after this. Alyssa?
You guys just lit my fire so much. I wish I would have shown you guys my arms, because I had literal chills. But you guys, be loud, just like Barb has been saying, be loud about your why. If you guys knew who I was, maybe some of you do, when I first started this business, I was insanely quiet. You would not catch me talking on a training. You would not catch me going live on the team page. I was just very cut and dry, this is my post. If you guys can show love, do it. But the moment I started being loud and stepping out of my comfort zone, 35 seconds was my very first live. You're welcome. But the moment you guys step out of your comfort zone and just take that leap is the moment when everybody that's like-minded and everyone that wants the same kind of success or goals that you have, you're going to attract your tribe. And that's what I've noticed. The moment I stepped out of my shell and I've become the person I am today is when I've attracted more people that are just like me and that are like-minded like me. And you have to grow into this. I know it's kind of scary at first, but just take the leap, you guys. It's going to be so worth it. And people just want to hear what you have to say, and they want to know why you joined the business. You really think someone that's just going to see you on Facebook promoting these products and not really know why you joined is going to be oh, maybe I kind of want to try something. They're going to want to try it if they know why you're doing it. So that's what I always recommend. Just share your why at least once, twice a week, if that, just so people can really know.
And you know what, too? It's so important to share about where you're going, because I think too, there's people in your life who are watching you and going, well, is she really going to stick with this? They're starting to think about it as a business, and they're like, well, I don't know. Is she really that committed? I don't know. Can she lead me? Can we do this together? And I need you guys to know, it typically takes 3 months from when you plant a seed till you harvest it, right? That's in life. There's no seeds I know of where you plant them and they sprout the next day, right? So this is what's going to happen in your business. But what happens is so many of you guys plant those seeds and then you give up before the harvest time even comes. You stop watering those seeds in the meantime because it's not happening fast enough. And I just want to remind you guys of that vision of saying, like, listen, if you've been in here for 30 days, you have seeds planted that you need to go back and water. You need to keep planting seeds, because sometimes you plant on the rocky ground, sometimes you plant on the fertile ground. You just never know. Some people are ready for it and some people aren't, but you need to scatter your seeds far and wide regardless. You need to keep watering those seeds and building those relationships with those people. And the harvest will come. People will come around, people that said no flat out to you and said, this is not for me, I would never do this, right? So it will happen, but I want you to be reminded of that this is like, you have to be committed for the long haul, honestly. Like it comes down to your mindset at the end of the day too. Like what you produce is what you're expecting. And if you're expecting, like, I'm going to give it a try for a couple months and see how it goes, you're like, all right, we'll count you out now, pretty much, right? Like if that's your mindset. So I want you guys to start thinking like we're lifers. Julia, Alyssa, any of the leaders that you hear from, like, we're lifers. Allie, like she just said, she's not going anywhere. This is it. Like, I promise you, there is nothing better out there than this company and this family and this culture and this opportunity and the ability to earn $1 million a month with our compensation plan. Do you realize, like, most companies cut you off and our company pays out 52 cents on the dollar? Like, we have something so unique and unreal here. And so you need to be all in and you need to be committed for the long haul of like figuring out your why, planting that seed, waiting until people are ready, you know, and just watching the lives change when it's the right time for them. So anyways.
No, I love it. This has been awesome. I needed some motivation, and I feel like that always happens. Like, I'll do a Zoom to try to do it for other people, and then I'm like, low key, I benefited more probably. So I'm really excited. I think that I know I keep saying it, but I really feel like this is going to be an amazing month. And so I want you guys, like they're talking about, to be loud about your story. Share it once or twice a week, because not everybody's going to see it every time. And then some days when somebody reads it, it's just going to click with them on that specific day. And so give them as many opportunities for it to click as you possibly can. And I promise you that's going to be a game changer for your business. So the last thing that we want to touch on, this is going to kind of go with getting accountability partners. So Barb has an idea that she knows way more about than I do. So she's going to talk with us about a game plan for the month. So I'm excited about that.
All right. So some of you that are multitasking may have seen that while we've been on this call, I posted a post on the Lion's Den. And for you guys that may not have seen it so far, basically we are running our first ever Ruby Boot Camp this month. And it is literally a chat where it's going to be busy because there's a lot of us, but you know what? It is so much fun when you bring the fire together. And many of you guys follow Cheyenne Knox. She is an amazing leader, and I'm grateful to have her as a friend. She has got such a giving heart, and this idea was something that she's done. We've tried different boot camps and different, you know, task forces and things like that before on a page. This is different because it's a chat. But literally, if you guys would like to be approved to be part of it, we're going to be talking about how to post, how to chart, you know, how to sign customers and distributors, how to promote step by step. So this is something that we want you guys to be a part of. If you want to grow in this business, it really is your accountability partner for the month, because every single day we're posting tasks in there. There's going to be a task list, and your job is to complete that task list. And at the end of the day, you need to screenshot that, put your check marks on it, and post it. And if you didn't complete those tasks, you still need to post it, you know, and show what you did or didn't complete, because this is a way of holding yourself accountable. And if you truly want to go Ruby, then you've got to be willing. If you want something different, you've got to do something different, right? And maybe it's going to be more than you've done before. Maybe it's going to be more posting. Maybe it's going to be getting more creative. Maybe it's going to be more telling your story and that kind of thing. But we're hoping that it's going to be a place that is just going to fire you up. We just opened it today. So I'm excited to get you guys in there as soon as we can and to explain a little bit about it, because I think it's going to take all of us to the next level. And the thing is like, we should be popping like 50, 100 rubies a month. Like, that should be our goal. Because if truly we're helping people stay focused on the steps to success, they're going to come in, they're going to get their 6 customers, they're going to get their 3 distributors and teach them to do the same. So we've got to just remind ourselves about what a simple system we have our hands on and really rock it out. And with this promotion that's on the table tonight, and who knows what's coming at 10 o'clock, there's some really exciting stuff coming. So it's going to be huge to see what we can all produce in this month. And I think staying close to the fire is so important, but also like holding yourself accountable. So if you guys are not commenting your task list at the end of the day in there, we may just be removing you after 3 days of inactivity. And like, we're actually going to keep track, guys. We're going to watch your stories. We want to see that you're doing this and taking action. I mean, we're willing to invest in you, but you've got to match our efforts, and then we can match yours. So I really feel like this Ruby Bootcamp is going to be amazing. We're going to make some amazing new friends of people that want to grow in this business as much as you do. And if you've got people on your team that need to get to Ruby, you need to go and tag them in that post. We're not adding people unless they take accountability to say, comment a red heart and just say, I am willing to do what it takes to be a part of this group. So yeah, I'm really excited about it.
I love it. I think that that's the accountability that a lot of us need. So I'm super pumped about that. Make sure that you guys comment so that you can get added in. And then I want to see your whys all over the team page. I can't wait to read those tonight. So I think that that's all I have for you guys tonight. If anybody else has anything to add, feel free to go for it. But that's really all I had. And I'm so excited. I think this month's going to be amazing. I can't wait to read y'all's whys. So I will see y'all Tuesday.
All right. Don't miss the family call, guys. It's going to be amazing.